Good morning, YouTube. Casual Tommy again, on my way to work. So what are we going to discuss today? I want to talk about enjoying your collection. I feel like there's an issue out there where watch collecting is very much a consumer habit rather than a lifestyle or an enjoyment or a hobby. And it's way more of just filling that consumer habit of yours and mine. Right, we all have it. I'll do a quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing my little vintage Omega Seamaster 1966 Cosmic, gold plated. I've got it on a new collar reb vintage style strap. Has brought some new life into the piece. I love this little watch. It's my daily workwear. Makes me feel special. Makes me feel important, which is really all you can ask for. Anyway, what I want to talk about today is enjoying your collection. I've noticed a lot of people love to talk about what they want rather than what they have. Now this is human nature. I do understand this. I'm not naive to that, but it is quite concerning. I experience it myself from time to time, but I have the ability to look back, look inward, I guess, see where this is coming from, and try to address it. Because what's the point of continually buying watches if you're not really enjoying your collection? Everyone focuses on what they want, not what they have. If anything, to be honest, starting my Instagram, casualtommy_89, which you should probably check out, starting my Instagram has helped a lot with this for me, because I'm focusing on the watches I have. I'm posting updates on what I'm wearing in my collection and, just what I'm thinking about regarding my watches. I very rarely post about watches that I don't own, and this is giving me a lot of reflection, a lot of time to reflect on my collection, which I think is quite useful. So I guess some of my experiences, right? I've spoken earlier in previous videos about the different phases of watch collecting, not just as a whole, but then broken down into more of an agile approach. And we talk about the hunt phase, or the lust phase. The lust phase is where you develop your lust for a watch. Then the hunt phase is when you're actually looking for it. You're scouring the market, real world hunting when you're looking for an opportunity. And then there's the purchasing phase. Now those are all really satisfying, right? We know they are. That's what I think. In my opinion, that's what keeps us coming back. That's what keeps a lot of people coming back. I don't think the owning and the wearing of the watch keeps a lot of people motivated. I think it's the hunt and then the purchase. But that's so wrong. Where's the enjoy the collection phase? Where's the wear my watches and be satisfied with what I own phase? I feel like we're missing a lot of that. And I do get it, right? Purchasing is so satisfying, but so's wearing the watch that you've lusted after and then purchased, given purpose to, and then added to the ranks of your collection. That's, to me, that's very satisfying. So a bit from my experience, my strategy towards this, to make sure I do enjoy my watches, is that I have a rule, right? I don't buy watches after February. Now look, I've broken this rule a few times, not gonna lie, but it's a general framework for me. It might not work for you, but I try to get my watch purchasing done early in the year. So as early as I can, as close to Christmas as I can. This has happened for me now. I'd say this is my 4th year doing it. It cuts down on unnecessary impulse purchases. It makes sure that you focus on making meaningful purchases, meaningful, well thought out, calculated decisions around your purchasing. longevity. It makes you be satisfied with your collection long term. It reduces the amount of affordable watches that you can't move on from your collection, which I think is the bane of most people's collections. That's probably the most common thing I see people do wrong in this hobby. Not that there's really anything that you can do wrong. It is a personal journey. But yeah, I make sure that I make meaningful purchases early on in the year, and then I have got the rest of the year, I've got 10 months of the year to just enjoy what I have. I'll start saving throughout that period, but I won't necessarily be out there purchasing. It will all just be romanticizing at that stage. The majority of my enjoyment from watch collecting in those months comes from owning and wearing and discussing what I own rather than what I want. I think that's important. That's my strategy. We need to take the time to recognize and appreciate where we are rather than always looking at where we're going, because that just makes you sad. If you've got a watch collection, then that's where you should be. I don't think always focusing on your grail, something you might not own. I discussed grail in my last video. I don't even think that's an appropriate word, but focusing on a watch that you might purchase in 30 years, that does nothing to help you enjoy what you currently own. Some of my best years of watch collecting were in the very early days when I just became a watch person, a watch enthusiast. We'll even go back to my first watch. I enjoyed my first watch more than I've enjoyed any other watch. That's because I had nothing else. There was nothing else distracting me. I wasn't thinking about my next purchase. I wasn't thinking about what I could have done better. All I thought about was the watch that was on my hand, on my wrist, the watch that was on my bedside table every night that became the routine that led to where I am today, which isn't very far up the chain, to be fair, but it's still something to be proud of. Where you are is something to be proud of. No one talks about what they have, just what they want. I really think it's something that we should think about. So yeah, rather than asking you a question this week, or today, I want you just to enjoy your collection. Spend a week or two not thinking about what you want. Spend a week or two focusing on what you have and enjoy what you have. It's only then that you'll really figure out what you want based off what you're lacking, rather than trying to tick boxes, fill slots, all that crap. That's just ridiculous. I think you should spend some time enjoying what you have. Enjoy your collection. That is the purpose of a collection. These are not things that we purchase. They shouldn't be things that we purchase and put in a safe and look at every 2 or 3 years when we visit the vault. That's ridiculous. These are items that we should be enjoying on a day-to-day basis. We are not letting our watches fulfill their purpose, which is why we buy them. Stop trying to fulfill your generic consumer habits and start trying to focus on your the human element, the real reasons why you own your collection and why you've made the decisions that you've made. So alright guys, that's all I've got for today. Like, comment, subscribe please. I would appreciate that. I'm trying to build a following. I feel like I'm just talking to myself most of the time, which I am, and that's okay. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy, if you want more. Comment below. I'd love to start some discussions. I'm starting to get a few comments on my videos, which feels great. It's starting to open up the dialogue, and that's all I want. I don't want to be a YouTuber. That's a word that's something I do not aspire to. But I do want to create a place where we can have a discussion, and discussions have to go 2 ways. So please like, comment, subscribe. Find me on Instagram, casualtommy_89, if you want to see my collection. I very rarely talk about the watches in my collection here, because I don't think I found the appropriate format yet to do so. I will eventually. But if you want to see what I have in my collection, well, some of anyway, I'm just trying to space it out, please check out my Instagram. Alright guys, catch you in the next one.